Good evening, all you mechanical maniacs. How's it going? Hurst Quayzar here. Welcome back to Barn Bargains and Other Cheap Challenges. No, you're not seeing double. Yes, I have two Mustang GTs sitting here in the shop. The first one, this blue one right here, was one that we picked up from the barn, and that what we're trying to do is do a double type of thing. First is going to be trash to track, and then once we get a trash to track done, and then we'll go ahead and restore it back to its classic creation self. From the last episode, we had a major problem with the engine. Let's see here. Let's car status. The parts. If I'm not mistaken, see if we've got a couple. We've got a rock arm, a piston, timing covers off, engine head covers bad. Another rock arm. So we have a couple of rock arms that are bad and a piston, which this is going to be a full teardown to get the piston and con rod out, which is a pain in the butt. So let me make sure I have nothing in my inventory. I can put these parts back on this thing right now. Well, no, not really, because, well, I might be able to. Let's go ahead and put these parts on this one right now. The only reason why I'm doing this is just to get them out of the way. They are not, let's go, hang on. I'm going to keep these pieces, I think. Yeah, we'll keep these pieces. We'll throw these pieces in the warehouse. So, let's see, engines and exhaust. Yeah, we'll throw them in there for another trash to track later, because they do work. They are above 12%. It's just that they're not going to allow me to. Well, anything red doesn't allow you to start the car. So I've got a timing cover, valve cover. This is shot. This is done for. So I might as well just take it off and discard it because this thing is junk. All right. See, can I? Will it show me if the rocker is bad over here? Oh. Trying to see here. I think that rocker is bad. I think we had two rockers that were bad. Okay. So this is 10%. So yeah, this rocker, that rocker's out. So we've got that rocker done. Problem is I don't know which piston it is. It doesn't tell me. I think we have another. Okay. Does this show me that rocker right there? Second one in. Okay. So this does tell me the rocker. All right, cool. So this is what I'm going to have to do. Because I've got the piston and the piston ring problem, I've got to tear this thing down. So what I'm going to end up doing is just go ahead and tearing it down from here. But to do this, I need to get rid of some of these fluids. Let's drain the fluids. I don't want to waste any money on all these fluids. Okay, so that's got to be taken care of. Power steering needs to be taken care of. And then we'll get rid of the oil. And I think I'm going to do it in the car. I think it'd be interesting to do this in the car. We're just going to take it out and rebuild it right here, right inside the car. So let's go ahead and take that off. We had to take the air filter off the other one and put it on this one just to turn it over, just to see if it would even start, and it did not. After that, well, we needed a way to figure out what was wrong with it in the first place, so that's what we had to do. All right, let's take this. I don't necessarily have to take it all apart, but I do have to, if I can make a good guess as to which side the piston. Let's see, can I take that off? Let's see, take this off, that off. Timing cover had to be off anyway because it's toast. All right. That's done. I'm going to have to take the crank. No, I'm going to have to take the crank out. No, I won't have to do that, but I will have to drain the oil in it. So how is everybody doing today? I hope this video is fun. You're all happy and healthy. Man, it's nothing like tearing apart an engine in the car. I kind of like doing it that way, especially in videos like this because fresh oil from the earlier. Hey, you know what? Maybe I can. This is what I can do to figure out the piston. Take that off. There we go. All right, can I... Let's see here. That says 20%, 43%, 35%. 14%. There's my culprit. Well, I don't know. It is we've got rings that are bad too. So the rings could be good on this and the piston could be bad. So we'll take this one step at a time. We know it's going to be this piston right here, which is that side of the head. So let's take that head apart first. Well, let's go ahead and take that cap off so when I get a chance I can do this. 38. Alright, so we've got that off. There we go. Yeah, it's something about working on engines right inside the car. Just kind of gives it that feel for realism, you know what I mean? Alright, we're going to take this side down, which means I got to take all these rockers out and all these. Fingers crossed. Take the wires out. Okay, because I don't have to take apart. Yeah, all this stuff here was good. It wasn't in great shape, but it was good. Okay. Spark plugs were worse for wear, but that's okay. Okay, take the head off. There we go. And that piston looks shot. Up that one back there, 35%. Okay, so let's take this one out. Damn, the ring was 48%. Damn. Okay. Okay. So let's do this. Yep. So I know we have. I thought we had a ring that was bad too. Maybe it was just a piston? Conrod? Maybe. Piston rings. We have a couple of rings that were 16%. I guess that's it. Ah, okay. I think we're good. All right, I need 2 rockers. Okay, engines. I need 2 rockers. Okay, let's get 2 rockers. I also need timing cover. I don't know if I have that. I do. Okay, timing cover. And I needed 1 piston. And Conrad. Okay. I just picked some random one. Doesn't really matter. Alright, now when I've got my stuff in here... Oh, I need the valve cover too. Do I have a valve cover over here? Yes, I do. I'm just going to rob from Peter here to pay Paul because I just want it. I don't have, even if I had one in the warehouse, I don't care. Piston, you're out of here. 2 rockers. Picked up 2 rockers. Timing cover, done. Okay. That should be it. This, I mean, this was pretty decently. This is a pretty decent rebuild real quick. So I'm hoping we get a good time at the track. So that's going to be our next step. We're going to put this all back together. We're going to fill it full of fluids. And we're going to find out exactly how she does on the track. So we didn't do too bad on this one. Definitely going to need a lot of repair work on this thing when I get it back from the track. See, now this is the deal though. I'm going to take it out to the track, and if I can't get it any better, if I can't make the 2-minute mark, then we're going to bring it back in here and start messing with the parts and seeing, you know, like trading up on some parts. Like you saw the pistons, I may have to go, if I've got a couple of really bad pistons, they're not quite, you know, that bad that they could be trashed, but I'll increase the percentage. So I'll go from a 16% piston up to a 63% piston or a 75% piston, just to try to get that, squeeze that extra horsepower out of it, just so that we can make it around the track. So I went from back to front, front to back on this, thinking I'm putting the worst rods up front and putting the worst rockers in the back. Don't know why I did it that way, but it just seems like a logical way for me to do that. Okay, cover. Okay. Over here. Put your rocker in here. And that's what we're talking about. That was actually pretty quick. All right. Okay, let's fill you up with fluid. And we'll see if it starts. I think I'm missing anything else. I'll take a look at my inventory here in a second. Oh, the rod cap, and oh, gotta do that. Yes, sir. Good thing I did. It's a good thing I looked before I started putting oil in it. Good grief. Now I went with this 5.0 GT because it has the gray interior. I thought it looked nicer with the blue. That's why that's primarily why I kept this one. The other one over there has a black interior, and I would have had to have gone out and found another door for it. And I just wasn't ready to do that. This one didn't need a door, but it just needed a taillight. And that taillight looks rough. Paint doesn't look bad on this. Okay, oil. Let's put some oil in you. Then we're going to fire it up and see what we got. Alrighty. Okay, here we go. Well, that was shocking. That was not what I thought was going to happen. I thought it was going to start. Okay. Let's see here. Let's take a look at all this. I mean, those are 16%, but they still should have started. Battery tray, battery bracket. None of this crap should really matter. Drive shaft. You know, I would be surprised. Power steering. Power steering does look bad. Head doesn't look bad. Took the head off, so I have no idea. Okay, well, let's do this. Take the wires off. Let's take... Well, we did the distributor and all that, right? I think we did the distributor. We did a compression test. So let's do this. Compression tester, I think we did, because we found out about the piston. Any way to test out the cam? Multimeter, tire tread, fuel pressure, drain tool, OBD. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Okay. Yeah, electronics, multimeter. Did I miss a relay or something? I don't know. All right, looks like from an electrical standpoint, everything looks like it checks out. Okay. Does have a fuel pump. Exhaust system, so it should start. What's the fuel filter? Okay, 27%, that's good. Coil should be fine. Looks okay anyway. Yeah, 51%. You're good there. You know, would the fan affect it? No, it's 17%. Belt, 59%. How about that belt? 18%. No, that's good. Dang, I don't know what else. Okay, so let me dig into this a little bit. Let me see if I can take the cam. I don't think I can take the cam out. Ah, crap, I forgot. I'm gonna drain the oil too. How's a cam gear look? Cam gear is okay. How's a cam? Cam looks all right. Cam's at 54%. Crank's at 48%. Don't know what the distributor is, huh? That could be my problem right there. Okay. So let's go ahead and take this. I don't think so, because it doesn't look that bad. Yeah, 40%. She's good. Alright, so we know that's good. Wires are fine. That's fine. The head is questionable. So this is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to just kind of like... I may have to just take this thing down to parade rest. I may have to take it all apart. I was hoping that just those certain pieces were the cause of it. Starter was good. I wonder if the exhaust system was bad. I know our exhaust system checks out. Okay, orange. Everything looks okay there. It looks all right there. Everything's all right there. Wheel hub is at 10%, so that's going to be questionable. How is... Nope, the oil filter looks fine. I mean, I could take that out and just examine it, but hang on. I thought I put a new oil filter in it. 49%. Nope, she's good. All right. Oh my goodness. Well, what I thought was going to be a semi-okay. This doesn't look like it. What is this? 19%. Okay. It was not coming up, so had to check it out. Everything else is... Exhaust manifold looks okay. That exhaust manifold was okay. The block doesn't look bad. The head doesn't really look all that bad. So I don't know what in the world it would be. So we'll give it another go here. We haven't really changed anything. We haven't really changed anything. We've inspected distributor, all the spark plugs. What if we haven't inspected it? We could take a look at battery tray, battery record, battery rod. No. Crankshaft bearing caps. Ooh. Okay. Exhaust manifold on one side, but it doesn't seem like it's that bad. Fuel tank, that could be an issue. Rod caps. The rod caps might be an issue too. So, okay, so that might be the problem. Let's go ahead and send you back up. Because there was a couple of them that looked like they were in pretty sad looking shape. So let's go ahead and yank cover off real quick. Alright. So that one looks like it's in bad shape. We'll pull that off. Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. What about this one? You're good. This one, 20%. Okay, so we're looking. Okay, so rod caps, 23%. 19. That one's shiny. That one's shiny. I'm not worried about that. These are usually not bad, but you never know, man. You can come across these. 23%. And we took this one off, right? Yeah, this was at 16%. So, okay. So we need crankshaft bearing. So let's grab a crankshaft bearing cap. There we go. Maybe this will be our answer. This will be our Hail Mary right here. All of these look fine. All the pistons checked out. So we're good. This is, I bet this is what held us up. I really feel it in my bones. If this is not it, we're going to have to go for a complete engine teardown just to see what we have in here. And that's not going to be fun. Wasn't in the plans anyway. I really figured I could just do a quick in and out. Okay. I should have, yeah, that's trash, so. All right, time to fill her up full of fluids and see if she'll start. All right, back here. All right. Oh, what's that? I got a problem. Okay. All right. Okay. Where was I? All right. Let's, all right. See if she'll start. Oh, man. I really thought I had it this time. Okay, she's not starting. Okay. Let's take a quick look at the fuel tank. All right, so camshaft looks okay. Crankshaft checks out. All the other rings appear to be fine. This fuel tank does not look bad. Yeah, it's not bad. So we're good there. I have a bad wheel bearing, but I don't think that would prevent me from running the car. Drive shaft, maybe? I don't know. Would it prevent me from starting the car? I don't know if it would or not, but... Drive shaft, 24%. Nope, drive shaft is in. Drive shaft should be doable. Starter works. Transmission works. I don't know. Not showing a transmission, but I'm wondering. Okay, so this is what we're going to do today. Okay, let's, as silly as this may sound, right? We are going to take the transmission off and see if the clutch and the flywheel may be bad. There's really no way to figure out the flywheel. without first taking it all apart. So let's take this bad boy off. Okay. That's okay. Pressure plate's okay. Clutch looks fine. I mean, that looks fine too. Flywheel looks fine. Yeah, 42%. That checks out. Crankshaft, 46%. Yeah, so that checks out. That head, we don't know. Manifold, we know. Carburetor, we know. That head, we know. Yeah, you know, all right. Well, that is going to be... We're doing some troubleshooting, little by little. This could have been the problem right here, but it's not. Okay, gearbox. Okay. You know what? Checked out the relays, but not the fuse box itself. You know what I mean? Maybe the fuse box. I'll take a look at that real quick. Trying to think of what else it could be. Engine related that doesn't, I mean, that head doesn't look bad. So I wouldn't suspect that being an issue. But how does this look? 41%. Yeah, see, I don't know how the fuse box looks like it might be bad. So let's go ahead and take that off. Ah, man. So you guys will learn from my experience and what you guys have to try to put this thing together. I think the fuse box is shot. Nope. 38%. Damn. Okay. All the fuses and relays work. And cover. Okay. Well, crud. Okay. So this is the deal. Maybe, I don't think, oh, it might be that rod right there. Hang on. Rod's 17%. It's not the rod. 41% bracket. 48% battery. 49% battery tray. 54%. None of that. Radiator looks like it's in fine shape. Wow. Okay. Seriously. I may have to tear the engine down because I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I've been... Okay, so rod cap. I know those looked fine. Exhaust manifold, the engine head. Engine head looked fine. So I'm not worried about that. Power steering pump looked fine. Rear differential. I don't think any of that would cause me to not start, but it might. Spark plugs were fine. Well, wait a minute. How come these aren't coming through? Hang on. Didn't I do it? I did do a test. I figured it did spark plugs, right? Doesn't this do spark plugs too? Start alternator ignition coil fuses. I'll be damned. Okay, so I did put... Okay, so let's do this. Let's take these off. Well, that's a bad plug. Son of a gun. I've got a bad plug. You have... Let me give you... Oh, you bad. Oh, you guys look bad. How about you? Okay, you're 23%. I'll just stick this bad plug back in there. And whatever the worst wires are, we'll put the 34s back in there. Keeping the 50%ers over here. I need all the horsepower I can get. Okay. Spark plug. I thought for sure, I don't know why I thought that. This is the problem right here. Okay. Jeez, why didn't I think of that before? Okay, here we go. Start her up. There we go. There we go. All right. Why don't we say we take this bad boy out to the racetrack and see what we can do. Drive the car. We want to go to the racetrack. All right. Okay, we're looking to get under 2 minutes. We'll see how this... One thing I did not do is do an alignment on this. And I can feel it. All right, baby. Now, I do have a bad wheel bearing in this, so that's going to hamper me a little bit, I think, but... So far, the handling's not bad, but that's because of the... I really feel like this would handle a heck of a lot better with some brand new tires on it, for sure. I don't know if I made that corner well enough, but maybe I should have took this into a manual and dropped that down a gear. That would have helped. High. 158, 159, 2 minutes. So I think we're going to have a little bit of work to do on this. I think I could probably make it. With my current setup on this lap around. Just had to get warmed up a little bit, but it took me a while to get this thing going. It really takes it a little bit. Yeah, that really needed to shift it down into third. It would have helped coming out of that corner. That was a lousy one there. I made that corner a little bit better though. Had to hit the brakes just a little bit more to get it down on that gear. Oh, and I've made it under 2 minutes. That's what we're talking about. 156. That's all we needed to do. All right. Trash to track. We've done it again. Let's hit the garage. All right. Well, that was done. All right. Cool. Let's get out of here. All right. We have gotten our trash to track car done and done. I don't think we're going to need this other beast over here, but we're going to keep it around and we'll just sell it at the end of this. So now, step 2. Now that we've performed the trash to track, now it's going to be rebuild it into a classic creation. So join us next week as we start turning into this and start rebuilding it from the ground up. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you soon. This is Hurst Quayzar saying good night, and I am out.